Shalom Aleichem, Agit Avach. We are continuing Hachseg's learning of the Pele Yoetz, day number 209. Another one-day chapter called Halicha, Travel. As the Yom Tov of Pesach is coming upon us, and many people take the opportunity to travel during these days, whether it be a Chol Hamoed trip, whether it be somewhere off in Cancun or the Caribbean for a Pesach hotel. We travel all over the world. Maybe in Yetz Hashem we should be zeicha to travel to Eretz Yisrael. Those that have plans in Yetz Hashem, those that are supposed to come back to see their families in America, they should be zeicha to be able to travel as well. And so the Pele Yoetz is going to give us some advice on how to travel correctly. This is not TSA or the like. This is real spiritual advice on how to travel in the right way. Halicha yesh basur mira. When you are traveling, you should be sur meira, turn away from evil. Al derech liksiv, like it says in the pasuk, Ashrei ha'isha shalei halach ve'atzas Rishoyim. Fortunate is the one who did not travel and not go in the ways of the Rishoyim, in the advice of the Rishoyim. First pasuk in Tehillim says, be careful where you go. And fortunate is the man who never traveled together with the Rishoyim. Like it says in the Gemara, on a positive hand, when a person travels to go do a mitzvah, he gets the reward for every step that he takes. And with every step that he takes, he creates a malach, a positive angel, a defending angel that will be waiting for him in Shemayim after 120 and say, oh, this Yid, he traveled 1 mile for that mitzvah. He walked when it was cold outside. He went to shul in the rain. Wow, look at this person, the mitzvahs that he did. And so the opposite is also true. If you're traveling for an aveira to go into a sin, understand that the exact opposite is true. For every step that you take, you're getting an aveira, and you create malachim, but you create these bad, dark malachim that are going to be your prosecutors. And then he writes, fortunate is the one that is zeicha, that is able just to stay and be amongst those that are sitting in the Beis Midrash. They don't have to travel any place. Traveling amongst men means traveling to different places and the like. When you're out of your element a bit, it is the hachan, is the preparation for sin. Rahman al-Islam. Just like plowing the field is the preparation to be able to put the seeds inside, traveling out of your Dalet Amos, out of your space, is the preparation for sin. And the moment that you go to travel with people and be around people, not for the sake of learning Torah, your legs already, says the Pele Yoetz, are already going to be placed in chains. The Yetzirah spreads out a net over his legs, a trap. And when he returns from his escapades, says the Pele Yoetz, he's carrying behind him a string of sins, of creepy, crawly sins, and pshoyim that are hanging behind him, which means he has his rebellious sins, his willful sins, all the different sins that Rahman al-Zan he did, and he's going to carry that with him back home. The Yetzirah shows its split hooves, and it has 70 excuses, so to speak, 70 arguments of why it is that something that is tamei is really tahor. So the Pele Yoetz now goes through some of the arguments that the Yetzirah will have to get you to leave the comfort of your spiritual Dalet Amos, maybe the Beis HaMidrash, maybe your house, your neighborhood, your community. He's going to tell you, it's good for a person to be mu'urav, to be mixed in amongst people. You got to be with it, man. You got to chill a little bit. You're so tense and uptight, where you need to get out a little bit and see the world. It's good for you. It's mishum darach yishal. It will make people say, oh, even he can go on vacation. Even he knows how to chill out once in a while and relax. You need to do that. And when you go out onto the eye, into the wellspring, so to speak, your eyes will see things. You'll see what's wrong in the land. And you'll start making gedarim, fences, and fixing things up. Meaning, it's a good idea to go and see what's going on in the world, because then you'll figure out what's wrong, and you'll solve all the world's problems, and you'll be the one that's going to fix everything up. And it's true. It says the Yetzer Hara, when you go, maybe you'll even find a good thing. You're going with a friend of yours, he needs chizuk. So you're going to go to this far-off place in the middle of nowhere that has no shul, has no kosher restaurants, has nothing, there's no community, nothing. But you know what? The guy needs chizuk. So since he needs chizuk, it's good that you should go. Now, understand that we live in times when there actually are people that need chizuk. And sometimes you do need to go with them. It might be your child, it might be a spouse, it might be a brother, it might be one of your talmidim, one of your students, and you do have to sometimes go and be mechazik and spend time with them, and maybe go to some place that perhaps is not first on your list. But you, as we'll see, those are devar mitzvahs, that's in the realm of mitzvah. If you stop going just to chill out and to hang out for no reason whatsoever, you don't even need it. You're already a chiller. So then, says the Pele Yoetz, this is where a person is going to get themselves into trouble. But even though he's telling you, but you know what? This guy needs you to be there. You're going to be mechazik him. Says the Pele Yoetz, don't listen. If you have the fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, let your legs carry you to the base midrash. Like Dovid HaMelech woke up in the morning every day, had so much to accomplish for Klal Yisrael. Wars to fight, he had cabinets to run, he had a palace and a kingdom. And every day that he woke up, he had something to do. His legs carried him to the base midrash. Let your legs carry you as well. A suffix, a doubt, does not remove you from a certainty. You have to realize, if you don't learn Torah, you're going to go on this journey that you're taking, you're going to go on this escapade that you have in mind. Certainly you're not going to be learning Torah. And we know that 1 hour of Torah is so amazing. And besides that, so you're not learning. So now you're out on the trail. You're traveling around. You're certainly you'll speak about things that you shouldn't speak about. You'll see things on the streets of America, of the world. You go to the European countries, you'll see things that are usher to look at. And certainly all of that is a vade that is certain that you're going to suffer in those areas. Keneged, in place of the reward that maybe just by chance you'll stumble upon a special mitzvah while you're traveling. He said, you see, it was all worth it. Was it really all worth it? All of the averes that you did, all the things that you should not have seen or heard or thought about, that was really worth it? No, says the Pele Yoetz. Hashem, the one who fears Hashem, he desires Hashem's mitzvahs very much. Hashem will bring his zechusim, merits through him. He'll be zeicher to stay in his house. All the ways of the world, there's sakana, there's danger in everywhere. A person should not go anywhere where it's possible, where it's shchiach, where it's very possible and likely that he's going to get damaged physically. Even if he's going to do a mitzvah, you want to go in a dangerous alleyway to go and do a mitzvah? No, a person should not risk their life. If that's what Chazal tell us about being in a dangerous place for the damages of your body, so more so, you're going to put yourself in a situation. You're going to be on the beach of Barbados over there for a vacation when your neshama is going to leap out of your body when it's going to see what's going on the beach. Says the Pele Yoetz, you have to be so careful when you go. Choose the right place. Vacations, Pesach, Chol HaMoed, the dream destinations of the Pesach program. Choose a place where you can still be a yid, where you can still be able to have learning and a good davening and a good chevra and a good environment. Make sure, because otherwise your legs are going to be drawn in the chains of sin, God forbid. And the Talmid Chacham should not listen to the whispers of those who say, this is the way of Talmid Chacham and the great leaders of Klal Yisrael. They go out of town. They go away. Going by Yom HaShishi on Erev Shabbos, or after Shabbos over, or they go during the summertime. They have free time on their hands. They go around and they see what's going on in the world. Those people that are trying to convince you, if you're a Talmid Chacham, that you should go out of your comfort zone, because that's what Talmid Chacham and Gedolei Yisrael do. You should know they are the messengers of the Yetzer Hara, and they are his arrows. Just know that if you see pictures from 1930 where the Gedolei Yisrael were out in the fields and the forests, what were they doing there? They were learning. They were davening. They were having dveikus in Hashem. They were relaxing from the grind that there was in the big city, and they needed for their health to be able just to breathe better and to relax better, to go out into the beautiful, clean air of the mountainous ranges. For what purpose? To get the koach to serve Hashem. No, that's what they were doing. Asher also the kavanasam rotzei l'shamayim. Their kavanas certainly were pleasing before Hashem. The ein itanu yedei el mashom Torah. All we know is what it says in the Torah. La yamush seivra Torah mipicha. The Torah should not leave your mouth. So if you're going to be traveling and going different places, and you're the last thing in the world you're talking about is Torah, be very careful, says the Pele Yoetz. And it says, it says in the pasuk in Iyov, do not leave me alone long enough to swallow my own spit. What does that mean? Says Chazal on that pasuk, even on the time that it takes to swallow spit, doesn't take that long. You're going to be asked to account for the time and that you spent on in that nanosecond, what you were doing during that time. Woe to us, the day of judgment and the day of teichacha, of our rebuke. The greatest trip that you can take in the world is the one in the Beis Midrash. You get up from your seat, you walk over to the bookshelf, you find a Rambam, Chidush Rebbe Akiva Eger, you find on the Chumash, you find the Klei Yakar. Yeah, that's the best trip in the world. You walk over to the Amud and you daven in front of the Tzibur. Unbelievable. What can be better than that? Well, you need to go to Cancun, you have to go to Tahiti, you have to go to Hawaii. Where do you have to go? This is the best place, says the Pele Yoetz, that you can go and be matayel. You should travel around in the Beis Hamidrash, in the yeshiva, in the Beis Midrash, in the shul. Says the Pele Yoetz, Shu pardes l'tzadikim. It is a orchard for tzadikim. And that's what will cause them and allow them to take their journeys and their travels in Gan Eden. The real trip is when you leave this world, you go to Gan Eden. But it's where you travel in this world is what's going to get you there. And take a kavachim, take a logical deduction over here. From somebody who's busy all week long working and he's got his business, like he's grinding, he's crunching the numbers, as they say. He doesn't care about anybody else at that point. Not thinking about other people and going places here and there. He doesn't take a trip. He's busy. He's making money. He's got deals that he has to make. He has important meetings in business. And he doesn't seem to care about going on vacation and taking journeys and meeting up with people. The more so, we, who our day is short and the work is a lot, and Aruka Meretz Mida, the Torah is so vast. Even if we live thousands of years, it would never be enough time to learn everything we have to learn and to be able to accomplish all the mitzvahs we need to accomplish. Every moment of life is so precious. And if you waste that single moment of life, says the Pele Yoetz, it's gone and you'll never get it back. So take advantage. It It's the Bali Musa teaches like someone who says that it's like somebody who says, take for yourself a giant treasure chest of golden coins, and count them, whatever you count, says there, it'll be yours. It'll be yours. So what would that person do? He's given a chest of treasure, and he's told that whatever you can count is yours. Would he sleep? He would not sleep and he would not slumber. He would not get tired. He would just keep counting and counting. I'm going to become a rich man as a result of this. With all of his energy. All the more so to inherit the world to come and make HaKadosh Baruch Hu happy with the mitzvahs that you do. If you search for like silver and like treasure, then then you will find, then you will be able to understand. You will be able to understand Yiras Hashem, the fear of Hashem. So if you would be offered the opportunity to get all the gold in that chest, and just whatever you count belongs to you, you would count and count and count and count and count. You counted every last coin that is there. When it comes to the world of Torah and of mitzvahs, it's worth much more than golden coins. Even though the price of gold is skyrocketing, Torah is always skyrocketing. The schar for a mitzvah is ginormous, infinite, nitzchias, eternal reward you're going to get. And therefore, count every one and take advantage, he writes. And he says further, however, you should know, there is such a thing as traveling and going on, I guess we even call it a vacation over here, for a mitzvah. Al derech, like it says, show them the way. What is that talking about? When it comes to taking care of the dead, and bringing the kala under the chuppah, to go and visit those that are sick, to comfort those that are mourning, which means if you're traveling to go and do a mitzvah, no problem with that. You need to leave the base of mitzvah right now to go do a mitzvah? Let's see, says the Pele Yoetz, you could do that if you need. But you have to weigh it out on the scales. Don't let it be that the mitzvah brings about an avera. Don't let the reward of the mitzvah get in the way of what you're going to lose, because maybe you're not the one that had to go and do that mitzvah, and you left the base of mitzvah, you left the learning, and you lost out. Any mitzvah that somebody else could do, Talmud Torah, learning Torah is better. Let somebody else do it. Like it says, all things that are desired cannot compare to the Torah. Should be sometimes, however, the bittul, the nullifying the Torah is the kiyum, is what brings about the upholding of the Torah itself. How? And sometimes it's fitting for a Talmud Chacham run to go do a mitzvah and be amongst those that are doing the mitzvahs. Why? Others will see, ooh, he left the base of Midrash to go and do this mitzvah. He went to dance at the chasana of the Yosem. He went to go and take care of this great mitzvah, Pidyon Petra Chamor. He went to go buy his matzahs. He went to go pick out his lulav and his esrog by himself. He's in the backyard building that time. He's building his own sukkah. He's doing everything. Wow. He's checking the letters for Pesach night. Wow. That's what it means to do a mitzvah. Well, I want to do the mitzvah myself. Was a chus harabim teluya by, and then he'll have the merit of the rabbim, the public, attributed to him. Why? Because since they learned from him and they saw from him, so therefore he gets the schus of their mitzvahs as well. So travel safely, nesiyat tova, as they say, and when you go someplace, know where you're going, know what you're getting yourself into, prepare yourself properly, come armed, as like an armed guard with your svarim and your talis and your tefillin and your shirim and everything. Come with that. So even if you have to go somewhere that maybe is not 100% where you'd like to be, but you carry your neshama, you carry your Beis HaMikdash, you carry your connection to Hashem with you wherever you go. All the best.